1969 will be the next Yellowstone prequel after 1944. Blesses our screens on 2026, and we already know what will it be about. So, let's talk about it. This is not just another date on the timeline. This is not just another chapter. This year feels heavy, emotional, and important. Like something big is waiting for us around the corner. It feels like the kind of story that will stay with us long after the credits roll. Now, we know that this is the year Spencer dies. Yeah. I know it takes time to let that sink in, but to be fair, he will be pretty old at this point of time. So, I guess it was about to happen. Still, knowing that doesn't make it easier. Even when death makes sense, even when it feels natural, it still hurts. Because Spencer isn't just another character, he's someone we've followed, someone we've grown attached to, someone who feels like family. But here's the thing, I actually kind of appreciate knowing this important knowledge up front. I know, unpopular opinion, but hear me out. Remember the shock of Elsa or Alex and how their sudden loss just blindsided us when watching their story. It's devastating for sure. But there's something very much heart-wrenching about witnessing the last chapter of a character you already love, when you know the end is coming. Every small moment becomes bigger. Every smile feels warmer. Every quiet talk feels more meaningful. You pay attention to everything because you know time is short. And just because Spencer dies doesn't mean he won't be part of the story. In 1969, he'd be in his 80s, which lines up beautifully with the grandfather figure references in the original series. So, imagine the moments between young John and his grandfather. Imagine slow mornings on the ranch, dust in the air, horses walking by, Spencer sitting on the porch, telling old stories about war, love, and survival, teaching lessons that only age and pain can teach. I'm not even kidding. Just thinking about it gets me emotional. 1969 was also a turning point in American history. The Vietnam War was raging. The civil rights movement was in full swing, and counterculture was on the rise. The country was loud, divided, and changing fast. Protests in the streets, music getting louder, young people questioning everything their parents believed. Nothing felt calm or certain anymore, even tucked away in Montana. The Dutton wouldn't be completely untouched by these seismic shifts. Don't matter how big or private the ranch is, the world always finds a way in. One theory that makes total sense. John's dad could be drafted into Vietnam, leaving Spencer to step in and raise him. And that idea alone carries so much weight. A child growing up without his father, a grandfather trying to protect him from a harsh world, fear sitting quietly at the dinner table every night. It's these kinds of real-world pressures layered onto the ranch life that can make the story feel so grounded and compelling. At the same time, the late 60s were basically a golden era for rodeo culture, so picture young John thrown into that world early on, learning what it really means to be a cowboy, not just on the ranch, but in rodeos, competitions, and that larger-than-Nell life western scene, dusty arenas, crowds cheering, the smell of leather and hay, falling off horses and getting back up again, learning toughness the hard way. Plus, this is also the year our favorite John Dutton is just about 10 years old. So, thanks to this show, we're basically getting a front row seat to Jay's childhood through this series. We get to see how he connects with the land, how he interacts with his parents, and who really shaped him into the man we eventually meet in Yellowstone. This is where his values are built, where his stubbornness comes from, where his love for the ranch turns into something deeper, almost sacred. This is the first real chance to explore the early generational tensions in the Dutton family. Old ways versus new ideas, tradition versus change, protecting the land at any cost. And for me, that's what makes this timeline so powerful. But there's more to the story. 1923's iconic character, Elizabeth, is still very much in play as well. She's alive, she's out there, and there's every reason to think she'll re-enter the Dutton world. And no, don't be fooled. She won't be the same innocent Elizabeth from 1903. No, she's older, stronger, and ready to challenge Spencer's authority. Yes, you heard it right. She's going to fight for her, and that unfinished thought alone makes you curious. Fight for her place. Fight for her voice. Fight for what she believes the ranch should become, which means conflict, emotion, family drama, and the kind of tension Yellowstone does best. All of it, building together, history, family, loss, and legacy, turning 1969 into something much bigger than just another prequel. It feels like the kind of story that doesn't just show us the past,